Hey guys, this is Chris Fagan, your executive producer with Talking Through the Medias, and this is the Limitless Aftershow. I promised that I wouldn't do this any more with the delayed and the late results, but I'm sorry, I am very busy, and a lot of you guys aren't even watching. You know, I got like one viewer, so on this segment. You guys watch my other stuff. You kind of like when we do the but you're not really watching. You're watching Limitless, but you're not watching me talk about Limitless. So, you know, kiss my ass. I mean, I'm sorry. But, you know what doesn't matter. Because for my 1.5 viewer, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk about this. I like this show, and I'm going to talk about it. I was thinking about canceling. I'm like, nobody's watching this. I'll stop doing it. No. You're going to watch. Damn it. I'm going to talk about it. So, alright, so we just got through with the latest episode, and page 44, I believe is what it's called. And yeah, it was, I liked it. It was pretty good. And so I wanted to go a little bit over. I got some notes, I'm going to talk about it. I got notes, and I wrote them down this time. So we're going to get a little detail. We're going to go going deep into some Limitless right now. And you know what? Last episode, our hero Brian, he tried to reconnect with an old girlfriend. He tried to use the NZT to smash and get with his old flame. I'm feeling him on this. I would do the exact same thing if I could access all of my brain function and know everything about anything and everything. The first thing I would do is extract so much vengeance on ex-girlfriends. I would be that petty. I do not condone, nor do I like revenge. But vengeance, yeah. Have you seen that Dave Chappelle show episode when he got with his ex-girlfriend? He convinced her, he said, I'm rich now, I got all this stuff going on, I want you to come with me, leave your husband. She's like, I'm married, I can't do that. What am I supposed to do with my husband? Leave him. Come on, pick you up on a private jet and come on over. She gets into the limo. She comes all the way to the airport. She can't wait. She closes her eyes. I got a surprise for you. When she opens her eyes, it's Dave Chappelle with his wife and son. Like, I ain't leaving my family. We happy as hell. I mean, I can't believe you actually sold your house, left your man, and all that stuff to come all the way for this. And this ain't real. You ain't getting nothing. All this stuff is for my family, for my wife and my kid. And just left them high and dry. I would do that. I would do it to all of them. All of those girls that ever, I am that petty. And Brian kind of did that in this episode. I'm feeling the fact that Brian, it was like an algorithm thing. He's on the NZT. He goes out to the nightclub. He sees a girl that's kind of feeling him on his looks and whatnot. He's at the nightclub. He's like, he gets in for free because he's the man. He skips the line. Guys like us, we can do that on the NZT or not. When the package is this pretty, nobody cares what's inside. But then they see a girl that's kind of like, who's that? It's like, I've heard that girls are like fishes, if you just, something shiny, just put something shiny in front of them and they're like, they're following it and stuff. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm not a sexist. It's true. But, so, this woman in the line that's waiting to get in the club, she doesn't know who this guy is, but he's getting to the front of the line. How come he's getting to the front of the line? He's kind of attractive. I like it. He's got a lot of confidence. He looks pretty important. He must have a lot of money. And she's all like, and he's all like, I guess I'm just going to have to sleep with her. So easy. I got a broken heart, so best way to get over somebody, get under somebody else. It's not that hard. The NCT makes it easy. I bet you I can get into this girl's pants in 6.8 minutes. Bam! Done. Boom. Get out. You're done. No future here. That's what I'm talking about. So that was a cool little opening. So, but you know, he's dealing with a broken heart. You know, man, miss my ex-girlfriend. You got a super hot FBI agent who was on Dexter. Like, we know this is going to happen. It's going to be like Bones, like season 4. If it gets to that, you know they're going to be married. She's going to be like, you're not allowed to have sex with me unless you're on NZT, because you do it way better on that drug. Matter of fact, cut it in half and I'll take it with you, and we're just going to get high. You know, she died though, so she can't do that. But the story leads off into with a guy named like Mal Zhang, and he's a Chinese defense contractor, and he's under the FBI's radar because it feels like, you know, you're selling secrets, you know, something's going on, we don't know, so we have to get the guy that's the smartest guy in the world to investigate because we think you're up to no good. And he checks him out. You know, he's selling intel. And thing that what 2 times this happened, the FBI went through the garbage of the person that they were investigating. The first time they went through Mr. Zhang's garbage and whatnot. That spoke to me. That was funny to me. And this is true. I'm going to talk from experience now. I used to work in an apartment community. I used to be a leasing consultant. And we would have people that was so lazy they wouldn't take their trash to the dumpster like a normal person. They would take their trash and just toss it somewhere out in the property, in a bag, out in the street. You know what I would do? I would take said bag, open it up, and skirmish through it. Let's dig around. Let me find, and this is what they would always do. They would be stupid enough to think, I'll just throw it out there, somebody's going to pick it up and they're going to throw it in the trash. This is brilliant, see? Brilliant. I don't have to walk the extra 20 feet to throw it in the dumpster. Somebody's going to do it for me, see? Yeah. I would take that trash, open it, and I would always find a letter or a bill, something with your name on it, proving that you took your damn trash and threw it out on the property. Like, why'd you throw this trash out? I didn't throw any trash out, really, because your mail is inside of it. Wasn't thinking do it when you did that. You know, you're about to get fined. You know what? Yeah, this is gross, and you're stupid. You're a liar. I just caught you in like 3 stupid things. And, you know, make them look bad. So that's just true. You know, you throw your trash out, it's no longer your property. It's public domain. Like, don't be dumb. You're going to commit crimes? Don't put the evidence in the garbage. What the hell? Do not shred stuff thinking like, no. Because the guy on NZT is going to put it together and find it. If you're going to shred documents, you put them in a bucket of water, a gallon of water, or whatever, a jug, and put a little water in it and shake it up and mush it and turn it into goo. That's how you get rid of that stuff. Ain't no getting that stuff back. But they had this guy named Zhang who was selling defense contract secrets and stuff, and they had to investigate him. Of course, he's not the real bad guy. Of course, he's not the guy to all this stuff. And like, while the show was opening, here's another thing about this episode that I really appreciated. On a side note, there was another side story where a guy who discovered the secrets of how to keep cells from deteriorating and keep people to live longer. He was able to give a rat 2 months of life, which to a human means 20 years of extra of life. Could you imagine if people live 20 years longer than what the current national average is? That's amazing. We're talking $1 billion product. And what happened was, this guy, he created this formula. He used to work for a big giant company. He quit. He didn't like the way that company acted. He did the things on his own. So Brian, he goes on NZT. He gets so bored. He's so bored the fact that he can get with a woman, smash, and just dump her real quick. That gets old, right? So what does he do? he gets online on the internet and he talks to people, talks to other brilliant people. One person had figured out how to you can take whatever all the stuff that you do within a 10-minute block and make it feel like a whole day. He's like revolutionized the way we perceive time. He's talking to a bunch of brilliant people, talking to the guy who can help us live longer and stuff. This guy loses his mouse and the FBI gets involved and they want to investigate. This guy is the company that he used to work for. He proves that the company that he used to work for stole the mouse and was trying to reverse engineer his discovery. With Brian's help, they're going to change the world and help people live a lot longer and be healthier and live longer. So I could tell that in this episode things were going to get were getting thick, and they did start to get thick because Mr. Colin Salmon plays Gerard Sands returned, and he wanted Brian to steal information that the FBI had and bring it in, or he would let Brian die from the NZT. And the whole time by the middle of the episode, I'm thinking, okay, so all the conversations that Brian was having with other scientists and all this stuff, like way to perceive time differently and be able to get a lot of stuff done simultaneously within a 10 minutes and make it feel like a whole day. I felt like all that was going to come together and help him in this episode. I mean, it was like you only had a small window of time. You had to help the FBI solve like 2 cases. And you got Sands telling you got a limited time. You got to get some secrets out of the safe of your commanding officer at the FBI. It was crazy. And I just knew, okay, so the stuff that he learned in the beginning of this episode, he's going to utilize by the middle of the end. So of course, and that's exactly what he did. And so this go around, and let me fix something. By this episode, Brian had to steal intel from the FBI and sell it to Sands. And Sands he was going to die. And they even brought his family back into the mix, letting his father get sick again, and to let him know that they were serious. Motivated Sands to finally cross that line. And it tied into what was going on with Mr. Zhang. With what he was going through, how he was being framed for selling secrets. Turned out it was actually the company he was also working for. It all tied in. Zhang was selling secrets, but he was really being set up, and he didn't want to do it. He wanted to be a hero, but he was in so deep, and by the time he realized he wanted to get out of it, they got you by the throat. And you can't say no, otherwise you'll lose it all. Same thing that was happening to Brian. He was in too deep. You don't want to betray the FBI. They just started to trust him. The FBI did, but he couldn't. He had to betray them, steal their secrets. Otherwise, his dad was going to die. Otherwise, he was going to die. It was all intertwined. And once again connected to what was going on with Mr. Mouseman. To utilize to use the tools that he learned from the beginning of the episode to utilize the time, all because he was bored with a broken heart. It's a very interesting episode. I liked this episode. I mean, everything I'm saying right now is very confusing. You've had to have watched it. If you watched it, it makes more sense. If you haven't watched it, why are you watching this? I'm spoiling a lot of stuff for you. Go back to season 1, episode 1, the pilot. Watch this show. Once again, it was real brilliant. No more flashbacks. Not that many flashbacks of Bradley Cooper. This time that was good. Mike and Ike. Also, man, Mike and Ike. I like Mike and Ike, man. They don't get any kind of casting credits and whatnot, but Mike and Ike, they're gonna be huge. They're gonna be big. Those guys are funny. I think in this episode it was like, hey Mike, how do you decide who comes to my apartment, Mrs. Bryant, and wakes me up and gives me the pill? Do you do rock, paper, scissors? And he didn't answer the question. I'm sure it's exactly what they do. Come on. It's going to be, Mike and Ike is going to be like comedy relief in a minute, because they're starting to get warm up to him. They like him. They're going to take a bullet for him. They know it's coming, but anyway, so user 48. And then we got into some more information with with Jennifer Carpenter's character, FBI agent Rebecca Harris, her issues with her father. He passed away. He was a painter. He had a lot of issues with his daughters, a lot of drug addiction. We learned that he was also on NTZ, and he died from that. A painter, an art dealer, said that your father had 3 glass paintings. Do you want to sell them? Do you want to keep them? She said, let's just sell them. Turns out that she said my father never cared about me. Towards the end, turns out that wasn't true. One of his last, if not the last painting, was a painting of his daughter. And I would do the same thing. I don't want to be estranged from my daughter. I don't want to be estranged from any of my children. If I felt like the relationship was tough, I would make a gesture, and they would know. Before I die, my kids will know. They will know every day how much I love them. And I felt that was very touching, and that was good character development as well. So, of course, I'm liking what Jennifer Carpenter's bringing to the table. She's very good for this. And slowly but surely, as many times as we see her as this character, we will forget that she was Deb Morganson from Dexter. Deborah Morgan from Dexter. But that's pretty much it. That was the episode. Like I said, I give it my thumbs up. It was pretty awesome. I ran a little long on this one. I finally had my notes, ready and everything. So if you're not watching Limitless, you need to catch up. Awesome show. I can't recommend it enough. I'm loving this show, and I'm thinking it's gonna last. CBS always claims that they got the #1 show, we got the #1 comedy, we got the #1 drama. NBC got the #1 drama with Law and Order. Come on, man. Limitless, really? They've been on the air. Law and Order's been on the air for like 50 years. Come on, man. SVU, you ain't the #1 drama. But but the thing that's brilliant about them, that they tell themselves that, and you believe it. So Limitless is gonna last. I hope it gives us at least 4 seasons. It's getting better. It's getting good. It's getting interesting. Funny. I like the characters. I like the way they talk with each other. I like the chemistry. I like the fact that it's not taking itself as seriously as it would look like it was going to. But if you like this and you wanna, let me just clear something out. If you like Limitless, if you want to hear more, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Ask me questions. Let me know where I can get better on this show. And I guess until next time, hit the subscribe button. Tell everyone, share. Let's talk about Limitless. Let's talk about Bradley Cooper. How my boy crush is ever growing. And until next time, guys, let's talk. Keep talking limitlessly. Thanks.